Hey buddies, Miss Pugly here coming at you with another Borderlands 3 video, but today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be covering a mysterious photo that has leaked onto the Borderlands 3 Reddit by a user of, it's a little hard to pronounce. It's a really weird name. It's a Flux70. I'll post it on the screen here. It doesn't matter. He posted this very mysterious picture right here. I'm showing you on the screen that he found on SteamDB under the downloadable content tab, which clearly suggests new content's going to be released in the game soon. Unfortunately, the only information that we have here is the app ID, like right here where my mouse is. So there isn't a lot we can go off there, but I believe the key to figuring this out would be to how many entries there are. As you see, there's 5, and they're all released around the same time. But before I continue, I want to briefly explain what SteamDB even is, and why you should really be taking this seriously. So the easiest way to explain what SteamDB is, it's basically a third-party application that publicly releases all of Steam's data and information for people like us to look at. What we're looking at here right now, as you see on the picture, is new data that the developers gave to Steam to prep for the upcoming content for the game. If you need an example to go off of, it's vaguely similar to how stuff is data mined, but not exactly the same. Okay, now that my bad explanation is out of the way, let's get back to the meat and potatoes of the video. Just by looking at the picture, we know that there's 5 data chunks, or whatever you want to call it, were added at exactly the same time, last updated 39 minutes ago right here. We can refer off of this, but like, what could this mean? I'm going to organize my theories from least exciting to most exciting. The least exciting guess would be that they're just cosmetic or weapon packs. The reason why I say this is because it would make the most sense on a developer standpoint to be able to pump out 5 small packs, you know, as opposed to 5 new big DLCs, similar to the scale of Moxie's Heist or Bounty of Blood. That would take a lot of development work, but it's quite possible these are all just very small packs. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's more exciting, which will lead into my next theory. Now with each guess, I want to include a random guess from the subreddit. I thought that was pretty interesting. So we have, let's see if I can find it here. So this Reddit user, Sinkin Tower, said, probably new cosmetics to celebrate the first year. A reminder that exclusive streamer heads, key point right there, were supposed to come free a year ago. So that is a fact that we have been waiting on these exclusive streamer heads, and it could be finally those extreme streamer heads, but that would only be 1 out of 5. I would hope so. I hope they wouldn't take 5 packs and do 1 head for each. That'd be kind of excessive, but pretty cool guess, to be honest. Let's move on to my second guess. Second guess would be that one of the 5 is the Big and Bad Krieg DLC. As a community, we have been waiting for this and drooling over it since the teaser image was leaked. But it seems like the DLC 4 data chunk was already found on SteamDB with the ID of 1233061. Let me show it on the screen real quick. Hovering over it, it's the one that says 1233061 Oak Daffold. That was on SteamDB 4 months ago, so you know that was a little bit debunked, but it's fine. Now what I want to theorize is that the other 4 could possibly be the 4 new talent trees, action skills for the characters, but when I say that, it sounds kind of stupid, because it would make more sense to include them into like an update patch, but we also never had a new talent tree or action skill added in the game before, so we don't really know how the developers would tackle this, since the only time we've had something similar to this was when a new Vault Hunter was added via DLC, like, you know, Krieg and Gage was added on Borderlands 2. That was like technically 3 new trees, but like, you know, new characters, so I'm not sure if that really counts. But keep in mind, this is the only guess I have. Keep in mind, this is only a guess, so please don't flame me for this. Alright, let's move on to the next community guess here. I'm including these guys as guests because I don't want people to think that I'm stealing their guesses if I don't credit them. So I want everyone to know that the person that made this guess is the Anon on Reddit. Let me zoom in right here. He said, Randy unofficially confirmed year 2 of Borderlands 3 somewhere. Now, what he means by that, we can tell by the next clip I'll show right here. So basically what he says in the second part, he says, so I assume that DLC 4 to 3, it's like he's assuming they're DLC 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, because, you know, there's 5. I don't know, that would be pretty amazing, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up for that because, you know, usually it's just 4 big DLCs, but we'll see. The most exciting guess I have is that 4 out of the 5 will either be 4 more big DLCs, like the Anon said, but or there'll be 4 small DLCs, like the Headhunter DLCs we had. In Borderlands 2, we had 5, maybe 6, I think, Headhunter DLCs. It could be possible that the 5 DLCs could be that, or even just 4 of them, and one of them could be something small, like a little weapon pack. But I feel like it's more likely that it's going to be the small DLCs rather than more big DLCs. I also wouldn't mind one of these DLCs to be another Slaughter Dome or a Proving Ground, since I always like going through waves of mobs in Borderlands games. Mob areas are like my favorite feature in the games. It's like so fun to just maul through a bunch of mobs. The feeling of completing a particular tough wave is like almost orgasmic. Reddit user, I might mispronounce this, so don't hate me. Henrique_Mota. He says, I think it's going to be like the mini DLC adventures like Borderlands 2 had. What he's saying is like the Headhunter DLCs that we had in Borderlands 2. That's what we were just talking about. So I feel like I'm more leaning towards that it's going to be a Headhunter DLC because it just feels like it make more sense as opposed to making 4 more big DLCs. It'd be a lot easier for the developers and have a lot more creative freedom to just make 4 small ones that are centered around seasons. It doesn't have to be centered around seasons, but that's what it was in Borderlands 2. It could be like anything you want. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe they could just add planets like they did with the takedowns. They added like new planets and stuff, blah blah blah. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and look for more news on the subject, since all we can do at this point is just guess. I want to include one more interesting observation I had when looking at this image. So if you look closely at each app ID, each one of them starts with a 1-2, at least the ones we had so far. Besides the Q&A, I'm not going to include the Q&A tests. I'm not sure if that it's even like, you know, you should consider them to be a thing there. But anyways, each one starts with 1-2 and then a series of numbers. But if you look at the new DLCs, they're 1-3 and then a series of numbers there. Personally can't figure out the significance on this, but it could possibly mean something, and I'd love to hear what you guys think it is. It could just be nothing. I also want to hear you guys' theories on what the leak could possibly mean. I can't wait to hear the ideas that the community come up with, and I never covered Borderlands news or any gaming news before. I'm just used to playing challenge runs for this game or on this channel at all. So this video might seem like it's a little rushed, so my apologies in advance on that. But I promise you I'm trying my best and I might just suck at this. Nevertheless, I hope you guys were able to learn something, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day. Alright, bye-bye. And the last shall be first to immerse in a pass out heat, facing him up with a moxie melt till he woke up drowning in tchotchke hell. War in a cave with a torch on a wall, then a window arrangement of porcelain doll.